A sound plan. Is there danger? The light is my strength. Is there danger? The light is my strength. Certainly. I stand for the light. Is there danger? A sound plan. The light is my strength. Certainly. I'm here to help. For honor. Certainly. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. You are past redemption. Betrayer of the light. Justice is come. Certain. Justice shall be done. I'm here. Is there danger? A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. You are past redemption. Certainly. Foul name.
First blood.
Sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For my father, the king. I stand for the light. Is there danger? I stand for the light. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Foul name. For honor. Certainly. For honor. For my father, the king. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. For Lord Oran. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. Light is my strength. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Feel my wrath. Of course. For honor. I'm here to help. Certainly. The light is my strength. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. I'm here to help. The light is my strength. Is there danger? Certainly. For honor. Of course.
Let the killing begin.
The light is my strength.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing begin.
Is there danger? Certainly. For honor. You are past redemption. Certainly. A sound plan. I'm here to help. I stand for the light. The light is my strength. Of course. For honor. Is there danger? A sound plan. Certainly. The light is my strength. For honor.
Our forces are under attack.
Certainly. For honor. Certainly.
An allied hero has
Justice
been
shall be
killed.
done. I stand for the light. Of course. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Is there danger? The light is my strength. Is there danger? I'm here to help.
Betrayer of the light.
Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly.
Our forces are under attack.
For honor. Certainly. Justice shall be done. The light is my strength. I'm here to help. I stand for the light. I'm here to help. Of course. For honor. Certainly. Of course.
Hello there.
Certainly. I stand for the light. Justice shall be done. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. I'm here to help. Is there danger? A sound plan. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Justice shall be done.
What is your
I stand for the light. For honor. A sound plan. Foul knave. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. For... I'm here to help. Of course. For honor. Of course. Justice shall be done. For honor. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. Double kill. Certainly. For honor. The light is my strength. Certainly. Justice shall be done. A sound plan. I stand for the light. Of course. I'm here to help. I stand for the light. Justice shall be done. For honor. Is there danger? Certainly. The light is my strength.
Who'd you want to kill?
Is there danger? I'm here to help. I stand for the light. Justice shall be done. For honor. The light is my strength. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. Of course. For honor. Is there danger? Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Justice shall be done. Of course. The light is my strength. For honor.
You are past the
Certainly.
An allied hero has been
For honor.
killed.
I'm here to help. Justice shall be done. Is there danger? Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan.
I'm awake.
Certainly.
I'm awake.
I'm here to help. I stand for the light. The light is my strength. I stand for the light. I'm here to help. The light is my strength. I stand for the light. Of course. For
Allied hero has been
a
killed.
sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. I'm here to help. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. I stand for the light. Light is my strength. Justice shall be done. For honor. Of course. For honor. A sound plan. I stand for the light. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. I'm here to help. The light is my strength. Of course. Is there danger? For honor.
Our
A
forces
sound
are
plan.
under attack. Allied hero has been killed.
The light is my strength.
Let the killing begin.
Is there danger?
An allied
I
hero
stand
has been killed.
for honor. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. The light is my strength. I'm here to help. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Is there danger? For
Our
honor.
forces are under attack.
I'm here to help. Justice shall be done. A sound plan. I'm here to help.
What
The
you
light
want?
is my strength. For honor. Of course.
You wanna?
For honor. Let's stand for the light.
Our
I'm here to
forces
help.
are under attack.
Certainly. Of course. Is there danger? Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Justice shall be done. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. Of course. I stand for the light.
An allied hero has
For
been
honor.
killed.
Certainly. The light is my strength. A sound plan. Certainly. Is there danger? I'm here to help. Is there danger? For honor. Of course. For honor. Foul knave. Certainly. For Lord. Of course. For honor. Of course. I'm here to help. Certainly. I stand for the light. I'm here to help. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. The light is my strength. I'm here to help. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. Justice has come. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. I stand for the light. For honor. Justice shall be done. I'm here to help. Certainly. A sound plan. Justice shall be done. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. Feel my wrath. You are past redemption. Is there danger? Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. I'm here to help. Is there danger? Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. I stand for the light. A sound plan. I'm here to help.
Our forces are under attack.
Of course. For honor. Certainly. Of course. For honor. I stand for
An
the
allied
light.
hero has been killed.
Certainly. I'm here to help. The light is my strength. I'm here to help. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. A sound plan. The light is my strength. I'm here to help. Certainly. Justice shall be done. Of course. A sound plan.
You want axe?
Of course. For honor. Of course. Is there danger? For honor.
Your mana
Justice
is
shall
depleted.
be
What you
done.
want?
Certainly.
Our
A sound
forces are under attack.
Certainly. The light is my strength. Justice shall be done. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Is there danger? I stand for the light. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. For honor. The light is my strength. A sound plan. Certainly. A sound plan. Certainly. For honor. Of course. Certainly. For honor. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Is there danger? Of course. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Certainly. Justice shall be done. Of course. For honor. Certainly. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. The light is my strength. For honor. Justice shall be done. A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. For honor. Certainly.
Do you want axe?
I
Our
stand
forces
for
are
the
under
What
light.
you
attack.
want?
For
An
honor.
allied
Do you
hero
want
has been
axe?
killed.
I'm here to help. The light is my strength. Certainly. For honor. Justice shall be done. A sound plan.
What you want? Who do you wanna kill?
I'm here to help. Of course.
What you want?
Justice shall be done.
Do you want axe?
I stand for the light.
I'd love to.
The light is my strength. For honor. Of course. A sound plan. Is there danger? For honor. Certainly. Justice shall be
What you want?
I'm here to help. A sound plan. Certainly. Justice shall be done. For honor. A sound plan. For honor. Of course. For my father the king. For honor. I stand for the light. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Of course. Certainly. A sound plan. Of course. A sound plan. The light is my strength. For honor. Of course. Certainly. Is there danger? For honor. Sound plan.
Feel my wrath.
Foul name. I'm here to help. For honor.
Who do you wanna kill?
Justice shall be done. The light is my strength. Is there danger? The light is my strength. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan.
Do you want axe?
Is there danger? Justice shall be done. Is there danger? I stand
Our
for the
forces
light.
are under attack.
For honor. Certainly. A sound plan. For honor. Justice shall be done.